Amaleko. Alaikum salam. Buenos dias. Good morning, guys. Peace and blessings be to all you guys. I hope your family members are doing well. Ya tu sabes, same old, same old. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hot as, very hot. Humid. I wanted to speak about makutos. We made a live. Tata Mandama, myself, he spoke about makutos. I got a couple of questions to email about makutos. Refer them to the live, but for clarification on some of the questions that I got through emails, I just wanted to come out and speak a little bit on it. Not much, because Tata Matama did justice to the subject, but there are still little things lingering that people are asking. One of the questions were, why do some ramas give makutos when you get initiated? You know, just like any other thing, some ramas give you certain things when you get initiated, some don't. Sometimes you will receive a makuto. And the majority of the times, the makuto is made for protection. To protect you against negative energies, negativity. That's one of the main reasons they give it to you. And then they ask me, but ain't the muerto from the nganga? And doesn't that muerto protect me? And the answer is yes, to a certain extent. To a certain extent, that's the reason why most of the time they give you makuto. Makutos, like Tata Matama spoke about, could be made out of different parcels. You can receive a makuto that's just a matari. It's a rock. But there are certain treaties and consecrations and things done to that makuto or to that matari, that it's prepared in a certain way that you will carry on yourself. And they make them out of different other type of materials, even cloth, leathers of all kinds, hides of all kinds of animals, from frogs to turtle shells to snakes to cow to bull to deer, antlers, chicken spurs or rooster spurs, cowrie shells, tiger shells, and even frog skins, all types. All these parcels, right, that are being used, all these materials, as far as the hides and the shells and all these things, are what holds. Not only do they got a meaning why they're using that type of skin for, or shell for, or whatever it may be, it has its meaning. It's for a purpose. And it ain't just to hold the bilongo inside. It also has a purpose, an animistic idea to it. All these parcels take bilongo in, depending of the circumstance, whether it's for protection, whether it's for health, whether it's for how can I tell you, whether it's for a purpose, in order to not to be kind of, in other words, seen, masked in a certain way, you know, not that it makes you invisible, is that it works in a different way to prevent you to being caught or seen doing certain things. Some have makutos on them because they work with them, meaning that they are ngangas and they have on themselves a makuto, whether it is in a necklace, whether it is on a tooth, whichever way, whether it is in a piece of bone, a cane, whatever. They use them and they walk with them because they could use these things in divination because they're carrying their muerto with them. You understand? And they could do other things with these makutos. Just look at a makuto like a resguardo. It's almost like a resguardo, you understand? Like, it's practically the same, but with a makuto, you could do many, many things. With a resguardo, you could also use resguardos for different purposes. But usually resguardos have to do with saints and the Catholic Church and other type of things in there with certain prayers that they have. So, you know, I don't like to mix one thing with the other. But still, a resguardo is a resguardo. It's to protect you against something. Some people carry makutos. They're made for symbol, to be able to pull some prosperity in a monetary means or financial means or a business means, meaning that it was made in a certain way in order to have more positivity, more chances into making deals, getting contracts. If you're in some type of field of work, you understand, in an industry that there's a lot of potential in a business, you have a certain business that fits these criterias, but your business is slow and you speak at certain places, you know, in order to promote your business, well, you will get a makuto made for that. We also spoke about beautifying. We're not talking about beautifying, making yourself look beautiful. It's in another way. It's a kind of nice way of putting the bilongo that you do, using that terminology. But it's a certain bilongo that what you do with certain tinctures, certain oils, certain things in order for you to be able to put it on yourself, meaning actually apply it to you. Whether it's applying it to your ears, whether it's applying it to your lips, whether it's applying it to under your eyes, whether it's applying it to your face, whatever is the circumstance, the bilongo is made for that. And these type of bilongos are made for attraction, not just for attraction, but most of the time it's for attraction. Not attraction as I'm a man and I want a woman to attract me, to get attracted to me. It could be made also for that, but we're not speaking in that case. We're speaking in attraction is when I'm referring to is that when you apply these things, let's say to your lips, right? It kind of looks like maybe like a lip gloss or something, an oil. But it's prepared in a certain way that when you speak, people pay attention to you. People don't fall asleep. People get mesmerized. You understand? When you apply stuff to your face, they pay attention. They look at you directly. You know, these are the beautifying things that Tata Matama was speaking about in the video. It wasn't, you know, about making yourself look handsome or attractive, but you can do this also with these type of bilongos, these type of things that we do. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. You know how it is. Like always, making the donuts. So you could have these things made for you in order for you to have kind of like a little bit of a upper hand, you know, and they do work, you know, the same way you can make certain powders and certain things to throw in a particular place or in your business or anywhere, depending of the case. You understand what it is for? What's the purpose? The medicine is made according to that. And, you know, these are the things that we're speaking about, that you don't need to be initiated into Nkisi or Palo to do a lot of things. You understand? But you do need to go to a practitioner, to a Tata or Yayanganga, that could divine for you, or that you could ask, because if you know what is it that you need and what you're there for, you could just tell them, hey, I need this, I got that, you know, I'm trying to, you know, and it'll work out some type of medicine for you, put something together, you know, according to what the muerto agrees to and whatever, and it will be prepared, and there you go, and you have it. You know, there are people out here, right, that do illicit things. And even though I don't condone that type of work, in other way, or action, we're not here to judge anyone. We as priests cannot judge. If they come and they need something, and we are capable of doing it, we execute what we have to do. That's it. Or you could take it upon yourself and say, no, I don't want to deal with people of that caliber, people that are doing those type of things. That's up to you as a priest. But you have to remember that there's always a saying, they say, yo juro malo, yo juro bueno, right? You know, I do good and I do bad, in other words. And it's not really good or bad. It's just changing certain things to work more on the benefit of that person. Because like I always say, what you consider good, I could consider bad. What you consider bad, I could consider good. It's subjective, you understand? So, you know, that word good and bad, it's a loose term that we use to explain certain things, but that's not how things work in the spiritual realm and when we're doing bilongo, you know, doing medicine. Also with things that have to do with love lives and stuff like that, there are a lot of things that could be done to help a matrimony in something that's already there, whether it's a matrimony or whether the two individuals are together but they're having certain problems. There are things that could be done also to help these individuals. Not all the time people have to do ensadas for love spells. You know, when you hear love spells, you hear forcing. Somebody's forcing someone to be with someone that does not want to be with them. These things could be done also. Are they recommended? Do I recommend you to do that? No, because I feel as though if a person doesn't want to be with another person, why force a person to be with someone else that don't want to be with them? You know, but to each his own. And not saying that can't be done. It could be done also. It costs, I'll tell you that much. It ain't you know, it ain't welfare money. It will cost you to get something like that done with somebody who truly knows what they're doing. It ain't gonna cost you a couple of $100. Or it might by somebody that don't know, but somebody that does know, to do a job like that is gonna cost you a couple of dollars. Anyway, I just wanted to come in here and give you guys a little bit on the makutos and all that. You could get makutos for so many things, even for health, for work, for stability, for mental clearness, awareness. All types of makutos are constructed and made for different purposes. Hope I was clear enough. If you have any questions, please leave them below. Comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Like always, your brother from another mother. And salam alaikum, malaikum salam, que sambela kutare always. Be safe, be blessed like always. Be humble, man. Humble. And you'll get further that way. Peace out.